Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Crusader Kings II, where we are just loading up the Cockra Kids here. Tokra Kids, even. Okay. I am still really suffering from this massive cold, by the way, so there are going to be frequent pauses for me coughing, sneezing, and blowing nose. It kind of sucks. So, what is going on at the moment? Well, in the last stream, we did manage to take a bunch of land, actually. You will notice the Tokra Kids are looking quite a lot healthier than they once were. Ulungur have been reduced to a shadow of their former selves. Khotan have re-emerged and I think are still feudal. Yes. Itil also seems to have shrunk a bit, and Hekel actually seems to have taken some land at Itil's cost, which is great because it means everyone around us is fragmenting and falling apart while we continue to grow. We now have a standing army of 5,000, which is over here. So we just took this province. Wasn't this a war for Sutai that we just fought? I'm pretty sure I should have gotten more than one disconnected province from this. I don't know. The other thing which we can, of course, do are invasions now. We have 30,000 population. We are below the 70... Actually, no we're not. Damn it. With the extra land that we've taken, my population limit has gone up to 59,000, which means that I can't do invasions. Because you need to be at over 75% of your maximum population, and we are not. Population greater or equal to 75% of max. Bugger! And yes, hello everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Of course, Science Linky, Dana, and of course everyone else. How are you all doing on this fine evening? I am sounding a bit bunged up. I am feeling a bit bunged up. Like, I thought the cold was bad yesterday. I mean, recording CK2 Successor Game, which you'll see on YouTube in the next day or two, has not helped matters. I'm not getting enough sleep at the moment. And I'm supposed to be going to a Thanksgiving thing tomorrow. Yeah, I might need to cancel that. We'll see. We'll see. Would really suck, though. How do I want to expand from here? I think we basically do need to just sit back and absorb people. I mean, we could go after Ulungur again and just humiliate them to steal their population. I think that actually sounds like a pretty good plan. Let's grab our armies and bring you over here where their capital is. And you... Oh, you're there. I was going to say, you should be sitting on my capital, but you're not right now. Why not? Yeah, let's do that. And let's build this up. Ah, the clans want more land. Yes. So we did just take all of this land. I think that's what it... No! We just took this from Sutai. That's what it was. We just took Comania, which is all of this stuff up here. I remember now. So let me just double check what the de jure duchies are, because I think we are going to be in a position to create a couple more. We could even create the Kingdom of Uyghur. Although that would cost me 322 gold, which we do have. But I don't necessarily want to spend that right now. I think I will grab a duchy, however. Actually, do the duchies matter to me? Not so much. If they want to create them, they can do it themselves. So this is going to go to the Khorids. Grant landed title. Kungai goes to the Khorids. So if they want to create that duchy, they absolutely can, but I'm not going to do it for them. We also have a couple of temples and things which are the wrong type, which I am not pillaging yet, and I absolutely should be. There we go. Working on it. Right. And we also have territories here. How many do we need to give away? That would be the first place to start. So we need to give 4 more provinces away. All of this seems eminently... Well, these 3... Certainly. These 4 provinces. So everything except for Tara we'll give away. And then Tara, I want to make sure that we destroy everything here. And then we can give that one away. So of the clans, who needs the most territory? That's going to be Agutid and Esmerid. So how does the duchy here look? So technically Agutids can get these 2. One landed title. Zagram. Zaysan? Zaysan, that's the one. Couldn't tell if it was this one or this one. And Book Tima as well. Alright, that's them done. And they're now up to 5. So this is going to be Esmerid, I think, over here. Now, where are they based? These are one of the new guys. That doesn't really help. Oh, you own this stuff already. Oh, in that case, giving you these 2 provinces is not a problem. You're going to have really nice borders, actually. Grant landed title. Narim. And Om. And that should be the clans happy. They are excellent. So all the lands be given away. Which we need to give away. You know what? I would like a system like this for Gavelkind. The way that Gavelkind works at the moment is just so rudimentary, I'd almost say, because you have no control over what your other heirs are getting. It would be really nice to be able to say, okay, this is what this heir is getting, this is what this heir is getting, and this is what this heir is getting. With humongous penalties if they don't get it. Like, crippling penalties to make sure you actually do it. But just having the titles that you give away being pretty much random, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. And you'll kind of see why in the successor game. Again, I don't want to spoil too much about it because it hasn't gone live for anyone. So if you want to see that, you will need to go to YouTube and I will advertise that rather more heavily when it is actually available. Hey Charles, how are you doing? And 94th Min. Just going through the list of names here. Fishy! Fishy is finally sleeping with the fishes. He is, but Fishy did some serious work. Fishy was actually a really good ruler in the end. So Fishy is responsible for this area. And this area is stupendously wealthy, especially for this province, Dunhuang. Because it has this trade post. Which makes us a lot of money. And basically pays for everything that we're doing. That one province does. Hey Mordred, I think it's time to step up and create a kingdom. Ha 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 ha, that was terrible. Why would you ever create a kingdom as a horde though? Yeah, you don't need to. Does creating a kingdom equal settling? No. You get prestige for creating titles, yeah, but they cost money. I need my money. I need to pay for my armies, which are enormous. Cosminiel, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. I could say he was a good fish. I could. He was a good fish. He looked like he was going to be a terrible fish. But he was really good at attracting good followers and then keeping them loyal. Not so good on the fighting front, but that didn't matter. He just got other people to fight the wars for him. Right. So where do we want to go after this? I think we're going for Ulungur. We've already decided that. There we go. Creating the titles. Although that was someone else. But they do create them themselves. Osa formed a defensive pact opposing us. That is true. Yeah. Okay, we probably aren't going to be able to go after Ulungur for a little while because they're almost certainly going to be in a defensive pact against us. I think that's a Tengri defensive pact that's forming. So what's my maximum population now? Alright, so it's gone down to 46%, so I think we're just under 75%. And we have pretty decent population growth, so we'll make that up pretty fast. A daughter was born. Okay, I'm going to need to pull out the naming stuff once more. Alright. I think we're going to go through the list of patrons. This is going to be called off. Because I'm fairly sure I got a big way through the subscriber list. Oh, we're being raided and we're being fought. And we have no commanders here. I really need this to not succeed. Even though we have a bunch of heavy cavalry there, I think. What we should do. This is going to be Vasco. Okay. Started a Byzantine game yesterday, good fun so far. Yeah, Byzantium is fun. We might actually win this, if you can hold against these guys. And it looks like you might. My core physician, Takesh, is worried about the newborn daughter. Vasco is a feeble little thing compared to our other infants. Takesh, we must treat them. We won! Get out of here, raiders. That was a little bit hairy. And we are going to sacrifice you to Tengri. Ah, yes, we are a member of the Eagle Warriors. We're not a very high-ranking member yet. We need to do a duel for honour, which we shall do. You're combat 28, I'm combat 42. Yeah, cool. I was saying something, but my memory is just like... It seems as if whatever treatment Takesh administered worked. He is much better, and she now appears no different from other children her age. Excellent! Okay, now we are actually making money, which is very nice to see. And I think I was right putting a defensive garrison here, because people do like raiding that, and the problem is if it gets raided, then we... No, actually, raiding I don't think destroys the trade post. Sieging it down does. It's like gone. You have to rebuild everything, and that's expensive. Oh yeah, I was going to see if I could go to war with you, but I doubt that I can. There is actually no defensive backed against us. We could absolutely humiliate them. I'm so tempted to do this. What's their population like? It's going to be fairly high. 4,000. So our population would go up by 1,000, which would allow us to do another attack of some kind. So what's the goal? Where do we need to get to? These two. So it's basically Sutai's new capital. And this. Sangak and Tubal. So I think the next war will have to be against Itil. Invasion of Cumania would not actually get us that land. It would need to be the invasion of Oghuz. Which is going to annoy me no end, because then it's not contiguous. No, I think we are going to go for Cumania. We'll just have to suck it up that we're going to have to do a second war against them. And I think that we have a truce. Yeah, we do. Until 992. Alright. Are you able to do statecraft? You are. Please do. Hey, Centurion Roman. Just joined. What's going on? What's going on at the moment is we are trying to unify the Tokukid territories in this area, which we're slowly but surely getting to. And we're trying to eventually conquer this province, this one, and this one, so that we can reform the Tengri faith and have them actually hold out in resistance to the more aggressive faiths surrounding us. And once we have achieved that, we'll probably switch to someone else. I feel that sneeze coming for a while. We are indeed going to give them a horde time. Wait, just seizing them caused to be destroyed, is that like a horse lord thing? Kind of. So, where's that one province here? Because we have seized some feudal provinces here, which are again not being pillaged. Why? Stop not being pillaged. What can happen is you can pillage them, which will destroy the holding entirely, so it will then become empty, and we get bonuses for every empty province. It will increase our maximum population, and then our army size is a percentage of the max population. So basically we want more and more population in order to field a larger and larger army. Raising armies does not work like for feudals. We do not have levies. You'll see here that we have 12 available levies, literally 12 dudes. Not 1200 or anything like that from our vassals, so that's probably from these feudal holdings that we have here. We do, however, have a horde, which is a beefed up retinue system, which can then be used to actually recruit troops. And that is our army. Now our army is really freaking beefy because there's just a lot of heavy cavalry. And we've just gotten access to the horse archer only retinues, so we're going to start pumping out a couple of those as well, I think. But we haven't started doing so just yet because it's expensive. And we need to make sure that we have enough money to actually pay for the armies when we're at war. Because they cost a lot of money to reinforce. The Centurion Roman, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. So yeah, why do these cancel? Huzzah! This territory has been given away again. That's not right. Council says yes, don't care about non-nomad vassals. So we're going to strip you of that title and we're going to start pillaging it again. And Peasant Revolt. That's just silly. Wait, is that here? No. Where are they? Where are you? Oh, you're over 300 men. Is that it? Right, you turn around, go and squish them, and come back. So what do I want to do against Dulungur? I probably do want to try and just take these territories just to finish off this block that we have back here, although we also need to take out Elungun, which shouldn't be hard. They are also independent, I believe. Yeah, they are. We should be able to just do a subordination. Oh, of course it's in two different spots. Alright, that's probably going to be an invasion as well. We just need to get our population up so that we can do these invasions. Are camels better than horse archers? They have different roles. So, camels are probably the best all-rounder units. They have really good skirmish attack, they have decent melee stats, and they do quite a lot of damage. I personally prefer heavy cavalry versus camels, because heavy cavalry have a much higher defense, which means you lose less of them, which means you suffer less manpower problems. Horse archers start out relatively weak, but they do get a lot stronger with the upgrades here. We have a lot of upgrades that affect horse archers. Horse archer attack +5. I know there's a bunch of them. Increase piety to liege. Horse archer offense +4. Horse archer offense +10. Horse archer defense +8. And there are a lot more upgrades which affect the horse archers than the camels, though you can get camel defense upgrades, which is nice. So I think generally we want to mix in horse archers with heavy cavalry and then a couple of camels. Part of the problem is light cavalry and horse archers do not work well together. Light cavalry and heavy cavalry is okay, but they have different tactics in battles, which means that one is usually plus 100% damage and the other one is minus 100% damage. Could you have camels instead of horse archers? Yes, and that is what I'd started to do, but now I'm beginning to think, well, now that I can get the horse archers without the light cavalry, I could put the horse archers on my flanks and then have my light cavalry, heavy cavalry, and probably a couple of camels in the center. And the reason for that is the flanks would then do a ton of damage, while the center just holds. And as long as the center holds, we're in the fight. Hey, Centurion Roman, thank you very much for the bits. I appreciate that. Oh, Calantia, I missed that resubscription. Sorry about that. Just subscribed for 5 months now. That's awesome. Thank you so much for that. I've just been reading, watching Let's Plays for over a decade now. You're the only producer I felt worth subscribing to. So thanks, man. I appreciate that. I really do. Okay, sieges. I keep taking these things back, so I think that their pillaging is going to keep stopping. I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with other factions. I don't really care about that right now. And we have done all of the ambitions that we want to. This has actually been a very good ruler too. Mr. Not Smart. Is there ever going to be a CK3? Eventually. I think they'd intended to start working on CK3 and then brought a new game director in for 2, who seems to be inspired with newer and different ideas, so they're continuing to develop for 2. Okay, we can get a Spy Master. I'm actually tempted to put Agut in. He's extremely loyal, like extremely loyal. For the moment, anyway. And he's not bad at it. Oh, but he's a general, because, yeah, Marshal 20. He's a decent general at it, too. No, I think I'm going to import someone to be the Spy Master to search all. My religion. I think that has to be male. Actually, that may not be true. Nope, that could be anything. And is good at intrigue. Not a ruler. Oh, and in diplomatic range. Which I've never had a problem with before. Oops. Yes. Why would you ever say diplo range no? 22 intrigue. Got syphilis, though. I don't necessarily want to... Well, I don't want to introduce that into my realm. You're only 17 with a very good intrigue, so we're going to send you a gift and then introduce you to the court. And we'll make you the Spy Master. Okay. And then just to ensure that we reinforce that base opinion of liege plus 99%, I will not do any of those. Never mind. So the council is actually not entirely loyal. Marshal and the Chancellor. Oh. Now they are. Grease a couple of palms, then everyone becomes loyal. They should switch, I hope. At 100 loyalty, they definitely should switch. Okay, Sparrowhawk. is going to learn that struggle is life. Random girl has gained skill. Congratulations. Damn it, seriously, you actually managed to siege that? Oh, it's because we have 2 places that are feudal. Okay, so that didn't actually undo. We just had 2 places that were feudal. I might actually just leave you over here. Deal with any problems over on that side. You're actually one of the original alpha beta testers for CK2. You can find you in the credits. That's so cool, Callantir. Just say I have over 2,200 hours of the official game in the library. The dev build is much, much more. Wow. That's quite a bit, considering I have like 700. And at some point we are going to have to go and beat up Khotan again. But I don't think that's necessarily now. Sockmen seem to be a different colour every time I look at them. They used to be bright green. Britannia! We have an empire! Unfortunately, you're still iconoclast. But the Van Gelderlands have done it. They are now the empire. That's the faction I started with for those who are new to the stream. Really disappointed that you went Orthodox. You are slowly but surely converting all of this stuff to Orthodoxy. Thankfully Germanic is reformed, so it should be really quite resistant, but that's irritating. I guess it's because there are just so many random religions in Britain right now that they're just converting. Maybe Norse has served its purpose. It never simply serves its purpose. What are you saying, Dana? What's your population? 5,000. So we'd get 1,200 if we killed you. Sutai we need to destroy. Even though they do have a relatively nice population at the moment. And we could also attack you. What's your population? Also 5,000. So we could just go and humiliate you. Alright, there is definitely a defensive pact having formed against us. So I think I really do just need to sit back and just try to build up a bit more. Horsebreeder, more defense, that would be good. Riding contests gives us more speed, and because our nation is getting bigger, those speed bonuses are really important. Rider, not much of a fighter. I'm going to train you in learning, I think. Although you're my second son. So be it. And we will have you trained by someone who actually has learning. Like Takesh. I've encountered Warrior Gut many times while carrying out the duties for the Eagle Warriors, and it's always a pleasant occasion. We can talk for hours. That's really good because he's one of my vassals. So he is just going to absolutely worship the ground upon which I walk. Which is good. Saberbane also needs to learn to smash stuff. So even though there is a negative here, I think I am going to continue training you in combat. What are the iconoclast traits? Good question. Multiple Primarchs, 5 Pentarchs, Autocephalous Patriarch under Kings, Ecumenical Patriarch can excommunicate iconoclast characters, Ecumenical Patriarch can grant divorces and also grant invasion CBs, Rulers can order adult unlanded courtiers to take the vows, and there is also an Ecumenical Patriarch landed or not.